welcome back today to TEDI! We are here with your hostess,
Nancy
and Fatima, and today we have very special guests that we'd like to introduce.
Kenwani Kravitz.
Chelsea Post.
And today we're going to get a little bit into what they do here, what their position is here, and who they are, and how they ended up here, and why they are part of our SOU today. So,
Who wants to go first? I guess I can. My name is Chelsea Post, and I am the co-chair of the Native American Student Union, and as of recently, the Native Nations Liaison Assistant here in EDI, and I'm a communications major with a minor in ethnic and racial studies and a certificate in Native American studies, and I'm a Karuk tribal member.
Heck yeah, let's go.
Perfect.
Hello, I am the Native Nations Liaison for SOU, and my background is actually in legal studies with emphasis in federal Indian law and tribal self-governance, and I've just been here since February.
Awesome. Do you want to tell me a little bit about how your time has been here since February?
It's been really good. I've really enjoyed myself. I've felt a lot of support from the administration. I've loved meeting new people, and all the students, getting connected with all the Native students has been wonderful. It's been busy. I've been doing a lot of outreach work as well, engaging with tribal communities, so that's been great. So yeah, I love it.
And I think that's very cool is that we had you come into the office and you're so tight with us already, and she always has an open door policy, by the way. If anybody ever wants to come in and talk, it doesn't even matter what you're going through, what's going on, obviously there's a lot of meetings going on because it's part of the lifestyle and everything, but she always has an open door policy, and we love having you here and love being able to chat whenever we have even the world's smallest problems. You make it seem like we're not drowning, we just a little bit below. But that's great. And another thing that I also think is awesome is that you've been here the 4 years. You're ready to go on as well. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? How your year and your time has been here this year, or throughout your 4 years here? How's that been?
I think starting out was a little tough just because I started out during the COVID pandemic. So it was hard making those connections, being in isolation most of the year. But once I got to my sophomore year, I feel that when we started going back to in-person classes, I was able to find my community within NASU, and I've stuck with them ever since. It was really refreshing to be able to find my Native community here because I'm not from Ashland or Medford, so my family's over 2 hours away, and not having that ability as a Native person to go back home all the time because I have to go be in school, having that Native community here has helped me tremendously, and I think that it's contributed to my successes as a student as well as a co-chair, because with co-chair there's a lot of responsibility, but it's not necessarily hard to do it alone when you have that community by your side. So, and now that Kenwani's here, it's added to that because she's here to support us, and we really needed that. So,
and we're repping California.
Heck yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So our main purpose of us starting this podcast and us getting to meet other students and faculty members here at SOU is finding that sense of belonging and making sure that we can find our our little clubs, our little groups. Can you tell us how you were able to find your community here at SOU? Was it challenging? What helped you, or things like that?
Well, at first I had really no idea that it existed because coming into my classes, I wasn't sure if I was going to pursue a certificate in Native American Studies. But once I found that, I met with the Native faculty here, and I learned about NASU through them. They were like, well, we have weekly NASU meetings, you should come. So at first I was like, I don't know if I want to go there.
Yeah.
But one of my professors actually was like, I think it will really help you, and I think that like you should give it a chance. So I went to like the first meeting, and they were in the middle of like powwow planning, and I kind of just liked the energy. So I slowly started coming back more and more, and then eventually, like when it moved from hybrid to in person, I was able to meet these people face to face and like actually build like relationships with them. So I feel that like after that, it kind of solidified my like need for that. So I just kept going, and then I eventually became a co-chair, and that was like my reasoning for sticking with it all this time.
That's amazing. A lot of students don't know like that we have certain clubs here. So just like learning that you learned from like a class and like professors talking about it, is really helpful, because a lot of times like finding things on like inside SOU can be challenging, but having that like energy from a professor saying, hey, like we have these, we have other programs going on here, like
Come to our club.
yeah. So thank you for that. How long have you been a co-chair for?
This year was my first official year as a co-chair, but last year I was in the process of taking it over. So technically I was considered a co-chair, but I wasn't the main co-chair, so there was like 4 at one point. And then after powwow last year, I stepped into my role and then officially took over on Handshake and everything, and started planning my own stuff with my other co-chair, Alanis.
Awesome. That is amazing.
That's super great. Something that now that we're talking about powwows and NASU was, I was going to ask you both what you guys' experiences are like at our powwows, and how you guys have integrating yourselves within like the community, and what you guys have been able to give out to the community during the powwows. Do you want to go ahead?
Sure. So culturally, powwow is not, part of our culture. We have different ceremonies and dances, but, historically it's been a social event that has kind of, actually a lot of Native people, engage in across the nation. And some of those dances that they do dance at powwow come from the ceremonies and traditions of some of the tribes. However, this was my first actually time coming to the SOU powwow, so it was a great experience. I've been to other powwows, but it was a great experience. And this year I really enjoyed myself. We were really busy. We had a lot of work to do, and I was just so impressed by how NASU put things together, handled it. They were rock stars. They did an amazing job getting things done, and it was actually the feedback that I got that from different people in the community who have actually been here for a long time say that this is one of the best powwows.
That's amazing.
It was the 31st annual powwow. So
31st, wow.
And many more to come.
Yes, and many more to come. Yeah.
Do you guys want to say like what social media platform you guys are consistently posting about, whether it's like club meetings, like events that the Native American club does? That way I can add it here below and more people can follow.
Yeah, so we have an Instagram that has been popular amongst like other students.
Awesome.
And that is NASU at SOU on Instagram, and then we also have Facebook with the same name.
Perfect. I will add it here below. That way our students and even faculty member can follow up and continue seeing what kind of events we have here at SOU. That way we can support one another and show our community that we care.
Yeah. Something that I would like to point out specifically in regard to NASU is that there's a bit of a misconception that you have to be enrolled in an NES course to be part of NASU. NASU is open to all Native students in whatever program they're in, as well as allies. So we're really doing a lot of outreach to engage with
awesome.
other Native students that are in other programs who may have not engaged with NASU. And another thing that I would like to point out is that although NASU as a club, we are a racial minority. However, we hold political status as sovereign nations. So there's a bit of a different component when it comes to government relations and our tribal students here on campus.
Perfect. Thank you for those pointers. Now that we heard a little bit about Kimwani and her experience with powwow, I would like to see from a student's perspective how it was planning like the powwow, and what it took to do all that stuff.
Yeah, so planning powwow is an incredible experience to learn a lot of like career skills as well as lifelong skills. And I feel that although it was very challenging as a student, balancing that class like workload with planning a huge event, actually like the biggest event, student-led event on campus, it taught me a lot of like self-improvement and skills like critical thinking, hospitality. It really just reflects like our core values as a group, as being like coming from a lot of indigenous groups. We honor our people and we honor those values of uplifting each other, and this event kind of just embodies that. And it's also just a great opportunity to learn about what a powwow is. And coming from someone who isn't a powwow person, planning this has been like truly inspiring. And I feel that even though I didn't come from powwow people, I've learned a lot about what it actually means. And it means that we get to gather together and uplift each other for the next generation to come. So I think that's what I took from it, and I think that it teaches you a lot.
I want to say thank you for like taking an immense time planning this powwow event. I wasn't able to go, but I did see a lot of posts about the event
and
saw the
videos of somebody dancing.
Yes. It looked like it was a tremendous outcome. There was a lot of support with students. I'm sure there was faculty members that were also there. But it just shows that like we as a campus community can be united.
Yeah, it was very amazing to like, well, I was living in the parking lot and I just remember seeing so many cars coming in and like people that I had never seen before, and I was like, this is so amazing. And for you to say like hospitality was part of it, definitely you could so see it because there were so many people coming together and the hospitality was definitely there. And like for somebody like to be like, you know what, I'm going to this today, I'm going to do this today, and I want to be surrounded with my people and with different people, like that is such a big component about hospitality and everything that you guys put together. So it was definitely the outcome that was deserved and amazing, and we hope to see that go on and grow and like reach out to more communities, because it was super awesome to see the videos, to see the singing, to see absolutely everything that was part of it, for sure.
Yeah, and it was actually great this year. The students actually brought in the Samoan Club, Aztec dancers. There was a water ceremony. Miss Indian World 23-24 was there. Yeah, it was great. Not to mention that it is the largest student-led event on campus annually.
It was so amazing to see.
So mark your calendars for next year, because they're going to keep coming every year.
Yes.
And with that, we also have some pretty amazing upcoming news.
Yeah, so we are excited to announce that my office will be moving just next door into a bigger, more beautiful space in room 228. It's still in Churchill, just next door to the EDI office. So yeah, it's a place where we can get together with our NASU, hold official tribal meetings with our tribal delegates who come to visit, and just have more of an official space. As I had mentioned earlier, with our political status as sovereign nations, it's very important that our NASU and our tribal students kind of, I don't want to say step up into, but like fill that role as the next leaders, tribal leaders in their communities, and holding that space and having that understanding that we are sovereign people, sovereign nations. And so it's exciting. I'm really excited to get over there, to get moved in. So come see us.
And like Kawani said, it's going to be in the same building. If you get lost, you can come to EDI and we can walk you down. That way you can always say hi to either us or Kimwani.
Yeah. Come see me. Wakimpana, my office is always open.
Yes.
Open door policy.
And with that, we'd really like to thank you guys so much. it's obviously it takes time of the day to sit down and come talk to us, but I think that those resources that you guys provided with us, like with, and like the comments that you guys made, and how our future powwows are gonna just keep growing and uniting us more. I think it's very amazing that you guys could take the time to be here today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And there probably is more resources that we didn't touch just in this video. If you always want to come and discuss those with us, like more personally, please feel free to do so. We are always welcome to help out and lead you into the right direction.
And with that, we'd like to say goodbye for this episode number 6 of TEDI!